There is something super satisfying about walking into your shop and seeing a project that you've been working on for months coming together. And I've never done a project like this, but walking in and seeing this thing it's enough to put a smile on my face. And yeah, I'm excited. So
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the No Way Garage, where we need to watch. You need to watch what's going on because we're doing some cool stuff here. We're building a race car. We're gonna go racing.
So today, guys, we are as you've seen, we got this front suspension on, we got the back suspension and diff in. So our Moser diff, it's all in there, locked in. And so today, we are working on our monster Blueprint 540. So today we're gonna get the intake put on it. We're gonna get the water pump bolted on. It's just sitting there, and we're also going to get some other stuff on this engine today. All right, guys. So now we got the suspension done in the last video. So now we're gonna move on to our Blueprint 540. So this engine it comes naturally aspirated. This engine is 675 is what it dynoed out at. So there's the part number for it of what we're running. I did paint it as you've seen. I have painted it. Undecided what I'm doing with valve covers. So they show every little scratch, and being that I live on gravel, stuff's gonna get dusty and I'd rather not get scratched. So if it's black, I can blow it off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the intake on it. We're gonna get this engine ready to drop into the frame. And I'm pretty excited about this thing. You're excited too, eh, Rob?
Yes.
So when this whole project came about, we thought, like, we were down in SEMA, we were talking with people, and we came up with the idea, let's build a drag and drive car. And we went and talked to Blueprint Engines, and they were just great. They took the time to talk to us. We told them what we were building, and they said, yeah, our engines will do exactly what you want. So we told them we eventually wanted to do a power adder, so that's what led us to the 540 that is power adder ready. So yeah, like I said, it dynoed out at 675 horsepower. I can't remember what I got the sheet here somewhere. What the torque was off the top of my head. I'll have to look at it. We'll go all through it. But we won't be plumbing it up. We're just basically setting this in, and we'll be doing a lot of final things on it. But we're setting it in. We're going to a car show this weekend, so we want to show off that we got a Blueprint in it. So here it is. So yeah, Blueprint heads, Blueprint block. It's really a great starting point if you're building a car like what we're doing. So sadly, we won't be able to hear it fire up today, but that's coming very soon. Right, Rob? Yeah, so we're gonna get started on that. We're gonna clean some stuff up, pull this out, and start bolting some stuff on it.
Using all those?
No, I've never had deep fried Twinkies.
Ah. You Canadians.
You're Canadian too. All right, guys, so here's the intake we're putting on this thing. Originally, we were gonna do a 454 in the car, and it was going to be the shakedown engine, basically just to get the car onto the street and drive it and basically make sure it didn't fall apart going down the road. And so we pulled it. You've seen in previous videos that it essentially was moused out. It was going to cost a whole bunch more money than I wanted to put into it. to get it ready to work. So this is the intake that was going to go on it. It will be enough for this engine naturally aspirated, which is what we're doing right now. So I've already painted it because, as we've established, I don't like shiny. So we've painted it black. It looks pretty awesome on there. So this is the intake. It's a Wien Stealth, and it's good up to, I think it's 68, from idle to 6,800 RPM. So, I mean, we won't be taking this thing into the 7,000 RPM anyways, so it should be good. But yeah, we'll be changing all this over in the future. It's just, this is what we're running right now. So I got it all cleaned up, and we're gonna get it installed on that blueprint. And we got a distributor for it. Forgot about that. And yeah, Rob's off eating a Twinkie right now, so that's why he's not standing here talking about things with me.
Twinkie break.
Yeah, it's Twinkie break. We've been working hard on this thing all morning, so we're trying to get this car ready for the driven show this weekend. So, so you guys can come out, see what we're doing, and see the work that we've put into the frame of this thing. There's a lot of time and thought gone into this because it's being a 4-door. It weighs a little bit more. The frame's different, so that's why we're putting a big engine in it. So that's where we're at. Okay, so we start peeling some of this tape off. And we can start putting this thing all together. So I think it's gonna look really good, all blacked out. I guess we'll find out together. Just gorgeous. See what this thing looks like on it. Oh, wrong way. I was like, why isn't this fitting? I guess it would help if I put it on the right way.
That will certainly help for the distributor.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
That just fits down beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it's gonna look like. Almost should have painted this. Oh well. It looks good.
It looks good.
So yeah, we picked up some stuff yesterday, bolt kit, all of our gaskets, and so we'll get this thing on here. And then once it's on here, we can get the rest of the stuff on here and put it in. This is the exciting part where you get to do all this stuff. And
We should just pop them off and give them a quick wipe down with some brake clean or parts cleaner or something, just to make sure that we're got a nice clean surface.
like you buy a rag and it's the biggest rag ever.
I like
Like
the ones-
clean that, you mean?
Yeah, clean that. I'm just flipping this over so we can clean the intake as well. Clean surfaces are always nice to work with. On the intake, it's got the extra holes at the top, right?
Yeah.
So these gaskets.
Well, that's what he said, that he didn't give us gaskets with the extra holes because then it's really thin right there.
Yeah. So, take a look, you can see.
Oh, well, that's not convenient at all.
No. So with the extra hole, it was probably really thin, but it covered that hole. So right now it would be silicone in that whole area, and there's like, when you line that gasket up with these holes, you've got a very, very small gap there that's gonna suck.
Well, guys, we ran into an issue. We won't be putting the intake on today. Gaskets are wrong. Yeah, they won't work.
Well, it's like
Can't run
anything.
the engine like that.
No, you can cram it full of silicone, but it's not right. Bring the camera over so they can see exactly what we're talking about.
So, this is what we're dealing with. So this intake has the extra hole here, and our heads do not have that hole. So when you line up the gasket over that, you can see daylight.
Just the slightest bit of
Yeah.
daylight.
So that's not going to work.
They gave us these gaskets, they said, because there's more meat in this area,
Yeah,
but
it's not
there's
enough meat.
Not enough that's going to cover that extra hole area. So that's going to be a so that would be.
I
yeah.
might have a set of gaskets here. Okay, so this ain't gonna work. These gaskets won't work, and I'm gonna do some searching and see. I might have a set of gaskets here. We'll see. All right, so phoned around, and we can't find the right intake gaskets. So we're just mocking this together. As much as I wanted this to be final fit up, it's not. We're gonna mock it together so that we aren't getting stuff in the engine, and it's sealed up for the show. So we're gonna use these gaskets just to put the intake on here, and I'll pick up the right set of gaskets. Yeah. It's deflating, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Aside from driving to Calgary right now and getting new gaskets, which would be a
3-hour detour.
3-hour round trip at least. And I'd rather spend the time getting this thing to where I don't have to do a detour right now. So I'm in Calgary on the weekend anyways, so
No, no,
I'll
right
just-
side we can get some
Yeah.
eye tack or something. Let's stick the gasket down.
Yeah. So that's what we're just mocking it together, and then we can put it in we can bring it and show you guys at the show. So, yeah, it is what it is. But it is what it is. That's the best way to describe what's going on. So, yeah, we're just, like, these gaskets fit really good, and no one ever uses these. Usually you put a nice bead of silicone on there, but we're gonna put these on just to keep dust, dirt out of the engine. Is the plan. Right, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the blue side go down or does it go up? I guess it doesn't really matter. Like this is one way to really deflate a guy's day. Oh well, it is what it is. Can't dwell on it. So we'll put these on there. These are just going to be to keep the dirt and dust out of the engine
You know why I never use these things?
because they don't fit.
No, they're terrible.
They are terrible.
Absolutely terrible. If we're gonna use these, I think we're gonna trim a little bit.
Well, it's just,
They just don't want
you just knocked mine off.
They just don't.
Okay, I need 2 hands here. All right, so we got these on here, And let's keep in mind, this is just mock-up now, and it's not final fit-up. So that's why we're not using silicone on the ends. We're using the cork. It's just to take it to the show. Keep that in mind, because I know comments are gonna light me up. And yeah, so we'll set this intake on here and see. Yeah, you can see the...
Fuck, are they short?
What? Okay, another problem. These is too short. Yeah, like they don't even grab. Like you can't you wouldn't even be able to tighten it. So we need longer intake bolts. We need different gaskets. It's one of those days, guys. So we won't be tightening these down just because there's only about 3 threads in. It's just to take this to show you guys at the show. Let me tell you how excited I am. I'm just snugging those because, I mean, we're gonna be redoing this video once we're actually, like,
This is the practice run.
we're doing a practice run on putting this together. So we need longer
Longer intake bolts.
Longer intake bolts. We need the right gaskets, because I can see down in there, I can see the head through these holes. So that's awesome. It's one of those things though. It's like nothing against the guy that we got this stuff from. This is part of building a car, I guess.
Wow.
And we deal with it when we're doing derby stuff too. You think you have the right thing, and then you're off to the parts store to buy the right thing. So obviously this is a lot different than derby, but you deal with the same stuff when you're building cars. Nothing's ever gonna just go right.
Well, it's all like different manufacturers too, so it's
Yeah.
trying to match up what each of them take and each of them want to fit together properly.
That's right. Okay, so just a day full of disappointing things. Bolts we bought for bolting on engine side mounts were too long, so we cleaned up the stock ones. They were good. We had to just clean this up a little bit for our new engine mount bolts to go through. So one worry that I kind of have is this oil pan hangs quite a bit lower than the 454 we had in here. So that just has me a little bit worried. So before we pull the transmission out of the box and bolt everything up, we're gonna set this thing in and make sure it fits. It should. I hope. We'll see.
What are you doing?
Everyone gives me crap about my my bolt drawer, but so we need a 7/16 bolt, which found one, and looking through here, there's another one. So it's always good to just keep random bolts around, because now we can hang this engine and yeah, see if it fits. But we wouldn't be doing that if I didn't have my random bolt bin.
gotta go over just a little. Oh, we got one side. Yeah, go on. Hold on. That's pretty tight. Almost a little more. Oh. One side in. And okay, down just a little. Hold on. Good on the back? Go down just a little more. Whoa. Alright, I gotta hear me struggle. Alright, let's get it. Just a sec. Hold on, guys. I don't want to hear me swearing and cut. I don't want you to hear me swearing and cussing in case I have an issue here.
Okay, guys, we got it in here. We may have some clearance issues. We're not 100% sure. It's one of those things that, like, if we're turning our wheels this much, we got clearance issues with the steering. On the oil pan, this oil pan's a little bit bigger than what a stock car would have came with, so you can see in here we're getting close to the pan, so it comes down to putting a steering stop on it, which is not the end of the world. But if you come under here, that pan is pretty tight to the cross member. The engine ain't gonna go down anymore. It never will. It's solid mounts. It's just really tight. But I guess when you put big cubic inches into a car, you gotta expect things to be tight, right? So the next step is to pull the plate off the back, and we're gonna put the transmission on the cross member and make sure, I guess, everything fits, eh, Rob?
Yeah. I'm excited to see the headers go in there.
Oh, I can't wait to see the headers go in there. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm also nervous about the fitments. Like everything
I'm
else.
cautiously
really
optimistic that this is all gonna fit without some modification. See, I wish I would have done a dry fit before I sent the frame out for paint, because if I got to do some frame mods now, that kind of ends our chances of going to the show. But
I think we can make the show. It's just down the road. It's gonna you're gonna have to do something with it. Maybe we'll see.
like, is that all the weight off the engine?
No, there's still a bit on there,
Okay.
but she's wanting to swing back.
Yeah.
But realistically, we get the transmission in there, we get it on the mount, and it might be nice just for it to shake a little bit heading to the show, and then when we pull it back out, we'll see if we get any rub marks
Yeah, I guess.
before we're running, right?
That's true.
And then we're going to know exactly where we're at, and if we have to clearance anything, we have to move anything, we'll figure it out then.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. So hopefully nothing is yeah, hopefully we don't see any scratches essentially when we get back from the show or get to the show.
Yeah, we can get in there and
But
slide a piece of paper between them and see how much room we got.
yeah, we're about three layers of paint away from rubbing on the oil pan. So, but that's no fault at all to Blueprint. It's my fault for not test fitting this.
I'm blaming all this on you.
Yeah, I know you've been blaming lots of things on me today. Oh, these bolts are too short. Oh, why'd you get these? These ones are too long. Why'd you get these? You were standing right beside me when I bought all this stuff, when I spent almost $1,000. You could have very well said to me, hey, those look a little long, or those look too short.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna work on some stuff.
That's what I got paid for years, being disposable, they say.
Yeah, well,
Just
we
get in
can
there and
work
get the job
smart,
done.
not hard.
Yeah, I know.
So we got the cross member in, as you can see, Rob's using it. And we're just cleaning up some paint on the back here. And we get, this is why I don't like polish. You can see everything, like all the fingerprints. But I did talk to Blueprint. I think we're gonna change those out. We'll see what it looks like once we get this all dressed up, but I kind of like the silver with the black, but I really like the black. So we're gonna dig into this box now. We'll get the transmission out. Oh, we gotta put the flywheel on. The flex plate, I guess. Gotta use the right terminology so I don't get yelled at. Get that put on there, and then we can put the torque converter onto the tranny and put everything together. Or we just tear it all apart again and redo all this. So I'm hoping we don't have to do that, because I think we have all the right parts for the back of the engine.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. So this Power Master XS torque it's the starter that is required for the Lemons headers we're putting on. So we're gonna put this thing on. We got our flex plate here, and yeah, everything's been going swimmingly. There's been the odd issue here and there with different stuff, just a little bit of clearance stuff, like nothing too bad. And the nice thing about this starter is you can clock it any way you want, and it for clearance. So we'll get this bolted in here. We just basically want to make sure the flex plate fits with it. We weren't sure which way the flex plate goes, so I think we kind of know, but we're just gonna make sure. And then we can get the transmission out, and we can get it bolted up. Well, it looks like it goes this way. I want it to go on. Oh, what? No way. Well, we can't shim that enough. Okay, so this is a 168 tooth flex plate. This starter is for 153, 168. So, we got it on backwards. So if you look here, this is offset. So what we'll do is we'll pull it out, and if we flip this, I think that it should move everything out more. We'll try that. It's it's just par for the course. But stuff doesn't always work out the way you want it to the first time. So okay. So we take that, turn it like that. That should get us closer, eh, Rob?
Hopefully.
I hope so too, because this is getting old. Some of this stuff not working, but it's what you. It's problems that you come up with when you're working on cars, right, Rob?
Oh yeah. We just need to come up with the solutions. It's a nice looking starter though.
It is. So. I hope this works. I don't have time to send out for a new starter, especially when this is the one that fits with the headers, everything, right?
Well, that was the one the header company said you required, wasn't it?
Yeah, they said this starter, so. Alright. Let's see. Oh, that's better. So we just have this upside down. And I guess that's how they make it so it'll work for two different
There we are.
size flex plates.
That looks a lot better.
That does, yeah. I'm in a better mood now. My wife, smile cookie. She's like, "Could you use one?" I'm like, "Yes, give me that. Give me that cookie." Perfect.
Excellent.
We ran into a few snags, but we're getting at it. So we'll get the box of headers in here and start sorting through that.